Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I have the privilege of speaking with Rana Sikandar Hayat, the Education Minister from Punjab. Assalamu alaikum sir, thank you so
Alaikum
much.
ji. Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us, and it's a privilege interviewing you. So Punjab has one of the largest school systems in South Asia, yet the learning outcomes they remain low despite enrollment gains. What concrete steps is the government taking to move beyond access and focus on quality of education, such as teacher training, curriculum reform, and classroom delivery?
So, in terms of number one, to build the foundation of the kids, we've started the foundation literacy and numeracy camps. And last year, only with the help of UNICEF, we were able to enroll 150,000 kids who were either dropping out or coming to the school half the days on the verge of dropout. That is number one. Number two, we finally made sure that the former PCTB, the Curriculum and Textbook Board, the Examination Commission, and CAI, the Teachers Training, they were all being headed by officers who would have a background in maybe administration. So we've advertised and hired top people, and our basic focus is to make sure that one, curriculum is aligned at the global standards. Number two, this is something that we won't do. Grade 9 and 10, we've shortened the curriculum, we've realigned it. We also want to make sure that the kids learn through conceptual learning, through activity-based learning. Our MDs are in place, and our new first and second year uh, syllabus is going to be out this year. In terms of improving the learning outcomes, I think what we basically need to do is also introduce that things are being done at the global standard. For instance, our metric in technology. So maybe kids are just tired of doing metric in arts, and the only stream that they have available was science. But this year, 102,000 kids in grade 9 only have enrolled in metric in technology, which offers 4 streams: nursing, elderly care, and allied health sciences, ICT, computing, AI, agriculture, agronomy, horticulture, fashion and textile design. And we have also introduced the early childhood education. So one basic question that everybody asks is about out-of-school children. And we are housing 10% of the total global out-of-school children in this country, 5% only in Punjab. But through early childhood education, we made 10,000 rooms, again thanks to development partner and Madam Chief Minister. We were able to enroll 525,000 students in only ECE, where my kid is also studying now, and also to upscale. So we had a stream called non-formal literacy that's only doing primary. So we never mapped in where the kids are going after primary. So we've introduced elementary as well, and through the integration with Nadra, we are mapping every kid, we're mapping their progress, and with Google IDs now gradually coming to for 200,000 children, we will also be able to monitor on where they're weak, where their foundation needs improvement, which subject needs more concentration, and the first ever teachers certification regime is coming to Punjab this year, maximum by the end of December.
Amazing. It's so amazing to see that the government is taking such a holistic approach, and truly education is the basis for success for any other nation. So just another question that I want to ask you, that post-COVID we saw that the potential and limits of online education. What is Punjab's plan to integrate technology in classrooms sustainably, especially in rural areas with poor connectivity?
So we've actually worked on two things. Where we have low connectivity or bad signals, we've made offline things. So, for example, the Punjab Education Foundation has all their content online in terms of their video lectures, in terms of their pedagogy. For the teachers, we're giving them Gemini to prepare their lesson plans, and we're also making sure that the teachers' training is now linked to their learning outcomes as well. So let's say we're training 1,000 teachers, but we don't keep a track, we don't keep in touch with them, and we never gauge their learning outcomes now. And training is, for example, was for early childhood education, is being given to a teacher of Islamiyat who's teaching in the high school. So we're actually planning it phase-wise and making sure that number one, you train the right people. Number two, those people have to have the intent. If I'm not ready to be trained, why am I being offered a training for the 12th time? And number three, we have to regularly be in touch with them, gauge their learning outcomes, monitor and keep helping them to scale up in terms of their language proficiency, their teaching skills, their pedagogical skills, their subject content knowledge and technology. And the last part, this government has introduced 300 EdTech schools being run by Noon International, being run by Talimabad, Tele Talim, EdCasa, and they're all distant learning. So kids in Okada are studying from teachers online. Kids in Muzaffargarh are studying from teachers here, and MD CAT that was offered in South Punjab. through distant learning has amazing results. So where we had physical teachers, we had about 17% kids translating into medical colleges, but where I had teachers online studying on a glassboard from Lahore and Muzaffargarh, we had 38% kids translating into medical colleges and nursing schools. So that I think is something that we already very big on. And I'd love for you to please visit some of the EdTech schools by Noon International here in Lahore. They're doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you so much for letting us know about all of these developments, and let's hope that everyone gets the equal amount of education that they deserve. Thank you so much for your time.
Last thing that I want to add is that there is a question in terms of access. So last year, the total enrollment for school education department was 1.1 million children. This year, through our public-private partnership of the non-performing schools, through our ECE rooms and sustainable policies, that enrollment has jumped from 1.1 million to 2.7. That has never happened ever before. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much.